3DO.
Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is a game with immense lore and home of some great tales and intriguing characters. Based on the collective mythologies of ancient civilizations, it features a variety of mythological creatures. The most iconic mythological creatures used in Heroes of Might and Magic 3 have to be the dragons. Here is a list of all the dragons that can be found in Antagarich. Most commonly found in Avli and some parts of Erathia, the green and gold dragons are naturally aligned with the forces of light. It is established that they are very intelligent creatures that live in cliffs and form communities with distinct social structures. For instance, there's always a gold dragon queen that resides in Erathia near the borders of Eafall. The last known dragon queen was slain by the Kriegans during the invasion of Erathia. The dragon mothers have a dominant role in these societies as well, and are held in high esteem among the green and gold dragons. Despite popular belief, the green and gold dragons do not breathe fire, but deliver a devastating poisonous and sulfurous breath. There are a few more dragons that can be found in Avli. The fabled Gorinices are three-headed dragons that often nest along with the green dragons. These dragons certainly have Hydra blood in their veins, and it is rumored that it was originally instilled via magic by a dungeon overlord from Nyon. There's also the case of the extremely rare Diamond dragons. Bigger and stronger than the gold dragons, their hide is entirely made out of gems and diamonds, while their attacks are a combination of sulfur and precious stones. Rumor has it that these creatures were dragon statues of old that came to life by a higher power, though there is no evidence to support this claim. In the land of Wari, the snow-covered island in the northern region of Antagarich, high on its frozen cliffs, the Azure dragons can be found. Little is known of the Azure dragon. They are said to be both rare and mighty, thus few have actually seen them, and fewer still have survived their attacks. This powerful creature is not much bigger than most dragons, but is said to be capable of enduring prolonged physical attacks. It is also said that those standing face to face with an Azure dragon tend to freeze from pure fear. Dragon the Wizard became the first known dragon slayer that managed to hunt these dragons down and kill one of them. A few years later, after that incident, the immortal hero Tarnum managed not only to tame them, but to successfully lead them in battle as well, in his attempts to save the world from the power-hungry overlord Mutar, who wanted to enslave it with their power. The red and black dragons found in Nyon are a lot like the green and golden dragons of Avli. They do have their differences though. These dragons mostly prefer to live underground, and they covet treasure above anything else, as they often rest on piles of gold and jewelry. Instead of a sulphurous breath, these dragons have a breath of pure fire, and especially the black dragons are immune to all kinds of magic spells. Some claim that in the deepest tunnels of the earth, a different species of black dragons can be found. Some of them are believed to be thousands of years old, living in the shadows. These creatures are called darkness dragons, and are a lot stronger than any black dragon found in Nyon. The only dragons that can be found in Bracada are the crystal dragons. These dragons are made entirely from red crystal, and brought to life through magical means. It is said that they were first created by Dragon's mother, a notorious dragon slayer, who found the crystals in Krelot during a festival of life. The crystal dragons are semi-transparent, lit from the center by their magical heart. Used frequently as a training tool for young dragon slayers, many wizards also create these creatures for the crystal they set. Additionally, some say that near the Krylodian border, dragon factories left by the ancients can still be found here and there. Though the dragon golems are shaped as dragons, they are purely mechanical and are not considered dragons by nature. In the magical forest of Amidar live the elusive fairy dragons. Fairy dragons are deceptively cute, but in truth are mischievous tricksters. Little is known about these notorious troublemakers. What is known is found more in storybooks than magical tomes. Most of the stories agree that they can cast spells as well as any enchanter, and that they can often even repel some of the spells cast onto them. Akin to these dragons are the spirit and rainbow dragons. These dragons are the smallest ones in Antagarich, shorter than a human's height. In contrast with the fairy dragons, the spirit and rainbow dragons can be found in abundance and are mostly friendly and meek creatures. The only types of dragons that can be found in Krylot and Atalia, though not indigenous to these regions, are the rust dragons. Rust dragons are known to hunt gorgons and live and feed in sulfur mines. With this appetite, rust dragons spew a concentrated acid as their breath weapon. This acid is capable of eating through the strongest armor as much as the flesh found beneath, which makes them a formidable opponent for any army. Last but not least, there are 4 types of undead dragons found in Antagarich. The necromancers of Deja, by the use of magic and the dark arts of necromancy, have managed to use the bones and spirits of dead dragons for their armies of the undead. Though not as powerful as their living counterparts, these bone and ghost dragons are grotesque enough to lower the morale of any army that marches against them. A lot stronger than the ghost dragons are the infamous blood dragons. Born out of the sacrificial blood of the blood pyramids of old, these dragons can regenerate themselves in the same manner that vampires do, by drinking the blood of their enemies. Still, the strongest and most fearsome of the undead dragons has to be the Dragolids. Forged in enchanted dragon graveyards, the dragon bones of these creatures are imbued with dark magic. The Dragolids can conjure up actual death clouds, while they are the only undead dragon with a breath attack. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and let me know in the comments below what other parts of Heroes 3 lore would you like to be explored next. Cheers!